This video is going to be crazy. For a while now, I've not filmed a long form in a second. I just locked myself in this office, this one by one, and just wanted to understand more, wanted to learn more. And I've kind of bulked it up in one video for you guys, just a quick, brief overview on how you guys can make the same money that I am making. I've literally transformed the way I view business, the way I view client interactions, everything. If you guys aren't familiar with myself, however, my name's Abdaal. I run a PCMA or a PCGA, which is a paid community or paid community management and growth agency. And I've been able to help entrepreneurs and students of mine do the same thing. And I want to help you guys in today's video. So let's get straight into the laptop and I'll run through everything. Boys, I need you to lock in, focus, grab a pen, paper, whatever you do to lock in. But I need you to focus. This is what transformed me and my business and agency and was able to scale up to 10K a month. So, old era versus new era social media. Very, very simple, guys. What old era used to look like and what this new era that we're going into currently is. So, old era is influencer, personal brand, pushes out organic content, pushes out either long form or short form on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever platform they're on. And the idea is to generate traffic on their platforms. Very simple. Just normal, simple social media platforms. The only form of monetization that they used to get is through either AdSense, sponsors, brand deals. So if there was ads running on their channel or on the video, then they'd get a percentage of that. Just typical YouTube monetization. Zero direct monetization from the audience. They would never get any money straight from that viewer. And I'll get into that in a second. So let me shed some light on what I mean there and give an antidote or a story. So I went to a event in London. You guys might have seen. I was in Adcon. Adcon's just a event where a lot of entrepreneurs, speakers, influencers like Ali Abdaal speak at an event and share value with the audience.
Once you know what the concept of the video is, you want to search on YouTube and you want to search on LinkedIn video as well if you get posted on LinkedIn, and you want to see what else is out there. You want to do a bit of competitor research, a bit of market research, what else is out there. How to deal with nerves when public speaking. That's a reasonable title. I'll put it into YouTube, how to deal with nerves when public speaking, and I'll see, are there any other videos that are about this sort of thing? So,
Ali Abdaal was speaking and he had a segment about YouTube and organic content and how his YouTube journey looked like. And one of the key things that he mentioned was that for 3 years, Ali Abdaal only generated revenue through YouTube, AdSense, and sponsors and brand deals until he introduced one simple thing that helped him generate $4 million in 1 year alone. Crazy. And we'll get into what that one thing is, but I kind of want to paint the picture. I want to show you guys the actual journey of that. So, new era. This is the new era that we're going into. Simple influencer personal brand. So it always goes back to influencers, always goes back to organic content. They're pushing out the same content on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever they use. They still try to generate traffic. They still get maybe AdSense sponsors and brand deals. But the one thing that they put now is maybe a CTA that will then monetize through info products. So they'll help use or they'll leverage info products, digital products. So that could be in the form of a community, that could be in the form of a course, that could be in the form of, for instance, Ali Abdaal, he has a course that he teaches people how to do YouTube. So a part-time YouTuber or a full-time YouTuber. And the MRR is crazy. The amount of money they generate, just going back to the Ali Abdaal method, $4 million in that 1 year alone, where previously he literally pulled out his statistic. He made 24K in that month, in that year. The minute he flipped to an info product, he made $4 million. 24K to $4 million. He had the leverage, he had the audience, but he didn't know how to convert. He didn't know how to actually funnel them in to an info product or a digital product. So the next logical next question that arises is that how do we actually do that? Because there's a huge amount of personal brands that are still stuck in that old era. They're still stuck like Ali Abdaal. They don't know how to convert. They don't know. They have the audience. I've literally had conversations with guys that have 1 million followers that are not generating that amount of money. They're only doing it through brand deals and sponsors and so forth. But they're not actually converting. They're not trying to do info products or digital products. So that's where we come in and help them. How would we do that? We'd leverage PCMA. So we'd leverage paid community management and growth agency to actually help monetize their audience. And I've got a 5-step method on how to actually do that. So just brief overview, and I go much more in depth in my free community. Have a whole course on the A to Z, from outreach to sales to scripts, templates, everything on there. So if you want more information, go on there. But a brief overview of the 5-step method is: find a creator. So look into a niche. That could be a coach, that could be a self-development, that could be anything. That could be anyone that has some form of productized community. He pushes out some form of value. Then start to DM up to like 100 DMs a day. So this might trigger a lot of people. 100 is nothing, by the way. You may be coming in from like some lazy background, but 100 DMs, guys. I need you to be pushing out minimum 100. And then through that, you can have conversations with people. The main idea is to book a call. You want to be in conversation with that creator or personal brand, and then just run it down to them. Explain them the whole rundown. Before you actually get into the call though, do extensive research. So before I get into any meeting, I do research on all of their platforms, all of their websites, how much money they make through their like websites, any public information that they'll have. Build some customer profile on who they are, and try to get some more inside information. So if sometimes they do have an info product, but they have a bad system or have a bad funnel system. So we'll do some more research into that. So we'll ask a question, be like, oh, what info product do you have at the moment? Oh, so I saw this current info product. What are you using? Some of them literally use a Linktree. Do you know how old that is? They're using some 2016, 2017 outdated system, and we're in 2024. So there's already massive pain points with a client or with the personal brand. So, and then we try to find an info product, because some people don't have. So one of our services is productization of their audience. Some people have that audience, have the following, have the correct amount of people, but they don't have a product. They don't know how to actually convert. So we'll help them productize their audience. Then it comes the setup. Setup can be from an A to Z, depending on who you are. So that will help in content strategy. So with content strategy, it's not just you make them a TikTok. Inside of that TikTok, you have lead magnets that then funnels people into their communities. So there's a whole A to Z of having to funnel in people into their communities. You build out the community for them. That could be the setup, the theme, how they envision the community to look like, how many communities they want. So there's free communities, low ticket communities, and then high ticket community. And also you want to help moderate and optimize the community. So self-promotion happens, a lot of trolls, a lot of people just ruining the actual community ethos or whatever you want to call it. But also there's a thing of keeping the community engaged, keeping that community active. And then you want to create a funnel system for their communities. Like we said about the lead magnets, you want to create some sort of funnel system from free ticket to low ticket to high ticket. And then comes the fifth and last step, which is growth and scalability of that community. Building out that high ticket community where one client or one customer is $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, just one person, is crazy numbers for that community or crazy numbers for that personal brand. And also one thing which helps with growing and scaling is upselling those existing low ticket members, because you've already pre-qualified the people in that low ticket community. You already know they want that information. So a lot of them want more exclusive content. They want more one-on-one coaching. They want more accountability. So they're already prone to being upsold. They're already prone to a high ticket community. And then last but not least is we want to double the content output. We want to push more content. We want to try to funnel as much people into our high ticket community, because at the end of the day, the main prize is the high ticket community. That's where most of the money is generated. And through that guys, the simple overview, the kind of, I tried to just bulk it into one video, is how Eddie Cumberbatch made 200, 300,000 in 1 month. How Max Pearson made 120 in 1 month. How Caprice made 100k. A lot. Hamza Adonis makes 200k from one of his communities. His other community makes 140k. So there's crazy amount of money being generated here. But I'm not telling you to create your own community. I'm not telling you to start your own personal brand, which is obviously very great and you should. But I'm saying leverage other people's communities, leverage other people's audience, and then take a percentage of that or charge a monthly retainer. Simple as can be. And through that, you can actually just don't have to go through the whole A to Z of having to start your own personal brand. Very simple, and you can just manage other people's community, manage other people's audience. That's how I was able to make 10k. Try to simplify it for you guys and try to kind of give a brief overview of what that looks.